Good morning. This is Marcus Solar at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Wanted to welcome you all this morning. Thank you for taking the time out this morning to listen in to the webinar on Retirement Analyzer, a needs-based analysis software program to help your clients with their retirement income needs down the road. As we get further into 2017, this is going to be more of a demand on advisors across the board, helping you with your clients, deepening the relationship, and helping them more from a multi line of business perspective than just a singular line of business, and deepening the relationship across the board. Again, my name is Marcus Solar. I'm an annuity director or sales director here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. We've been in business now for 30 years. As we go through the webinar this morning, kind of share with you a little bit about our organization. We will be opening a question and answer at the end. We have the pleasure this morning of having both Brooke Thomas and Steve Goldstein with us, both founders of this software program. So you'll be able to ask them direct questions at the end. We will be opening this open to a question and answer form at the end. They'll be sharing not only marketing strategy, marketing pieces, support lines, the software system itself, as we go through this morning. And then at the end or after the webinar this morning, I will be following up with each and every one of you to see how we here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services can help you grow your agency. So again, I appreciate you taking time to listen in this morning. Let's go ahead and get started because we have a lot of information to cover. And like I said, if you have questions, please write them down at the end. You can type them in the question box on the right side, and we will be more than happy to address those towards the end of the broadcast itself. So let's go ahead and get started this morning. We do have a new producer bonus program here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Once you come on board with us with your contracts, the new producer bonus program is in effect for the first 180 days that you are on board with us. We have 3 separate levels. It is based on premium, whether it's single premium life premium or annuity premium. We have $100,000, $300,000, and $500,000 level. You can choose anything from $750 in cash bonus for $100,000, or all the way to the top level of $500,000, and choose either a $5,000 or $4,000 piece mailer and seminar coaching from 2 of our top producers, either Matt Gill or Dave Pimper, to help grow your agency. No matter what item you choose, once you do choose an item, that does shut off that program. Again, it is a way for us to say welcome on board, as we want to help your agency grow not only today but for many years to come. And we look forward to a long and prosperous relationship for now and into the future. We do have a creative services department here. Our contact in-house here is Adam. You can certainly reach him directly in the office here at 1-800-255-5055. He can help you with anything from basic marketing if you're just getting into the industry. He can help you with a brand setup, a logo, business card, stationery, letterhead, and envelopes, all the way to if you've been in the business 20 or 30 years and you already have that information. You can certainly look at a redo of that information, or you can look at doing radio, television. He can help you with the video creation, online marketing, or enhancements to your online. What we have found is most boomers and seniors will try to look you up online if you don't have any website presence, or if you've not updated that. It does lead back to the credibility of your agency if you don't have that. And that can hurt you long term. So Adam in our office is going to be your point of contact for our creative services as you build the relationship going forward with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. We do have an offer, and it is industry known. our insurance agency and marketing, or IAMS Life and Annuity Academy. This is co-hosted. This is a 2-day event, which is typically held in Des Moines, Iowa, co-hosted by a industry-leading insurance carrier. The 2-day training includes an advanced annuity sales topics, sales software tools, inside and out. We have 3 or 4 of our top producers there sharing their best income writers, what is working for them within the industry at that given time, what sales tools, sales practices they're helping their advisors with. We share the best annuity industry threats and trends going on at that point in time. Our top producers share their turnkey seminar systems, what they're using at that point in time to keep their pipelines full. Mark Raymakers is at the event, sharing large life case marketing, what's working from a single premium and universal life standpoint. So several different topics are touched and talked about at that event. This is a event that is nothing out of pocket for the advisor. Costs are covered by insurance agency and marketing, and the carrier that is co-hosting the event at that time. We are going to be hosting our first event here in 2017 at the end of February, beginning of March. So for the details on that, please give me a call, or I will give you a call after this event. We can talk about it a little bit further. Again, the dates are going to be, to best of my knowledge, the end of February, beginning of March is going to be our first 2017 event, but there's going to be no topic that is going to go unturned at that point in time. We do have paperless contracting for those that don't like to fill out 20, 30, 40 pieces of paper. We do have online contracting available. You can do it all online, which is time effective and efficient for those. Once you fill that out, you can simply choose or check off the carriers you'd like to align with us. It is very effective from a point of or initial point of contact, and then going forward, it is all done all electronically, so you don't have to continually fill out paperwork. A lot of advisors like it. It is a very streamlined process. It is very nice and clean at that point in time, so you don't miss any information. It isn't going back and forth. Advisors really like the clean and streamlined process. We do have a website up. If you've not visited it, I would welcome you to go out and take a look at it. It is www.iamsinc.com. We do have excellent sales tools. We have the story about insurance agency marketing services out there. Our founder, again, we've been in the business for 30 years now. Not only do we have excellent sales tools, we have term quoter out there. We have examples of all the different marketing sales tools that we have for advisors. This is a tool that is available 24/7. Forums online, industry links, current life and annuity news, and any type of quotes that you need or want. Even if the office is closed here, it is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We do have Easy Money Now, which is both our marketing reimbursement and our referral producer program. What some of my advisors do is use these dollars. That is an opportunity not only to reimburse you for business that you write through insurance agency marketing, but put this back into their marketing budget. For every $100,000 that you write through our office, again, for either single premium life production or annuity production, we put $200 into your marketing reimbursement account. And our referral producer program, not only do you get $50 when your referral contracts with us, but when they do their first piece of business, you get $100. And when your referral continues to write business with us, and here's the example that they put up on the screen for you, you refer 3 advisors to us, they write $1 million a year. That's an additional $6,000 in cash in your pocket at that point in time. Like I had said previously, I have a few advisors that have referred people to me that are using that cash back into their marketing account or their marketing budget for the year, and that they use that money solely to pay for their marketing budget, so there's nothing additional out of their pocket at that point in time. It is a huge value add for them, and it really helps them long term. So at this point in time, what I'd like to do is go ahead and turn this over to Brooke and Steve. Brooke and Steve are the co-founders of Thomas Gold Solutions. They have been with the company. Steve's been with the company since 2010. Brooke has been with the company since 2007. Both of them have been in the field. Really, their experiences as advisors have really helped them in the development and the creation of this software, and helping you, the advisor, with your clients and their ever-changing needs. So, Brooke and Steve, go ahead.
Thanks, Marcus, and thanks, IMS, for having us. Guys, we appreciate you all taking time to join us. What we're going to do today is give you basically a look at the Retirement Analyzer, some of the DOL changes that we've been making, and really we'll just give you an overall feel. Marcus, if you can do me a favor and flip the presenter to Steve Goldstein, that would be great. Okay, and guys, while he's doing that, let me just give you a little bit of background here. So as Marcus said, both Steve and I actually started in personal production, and I was fortunate to, right out of college, get picked up by a gentleman named Chuck Cravens, and he was the original creator of Retirement Analyzer. And he trained me on this program, really taught me how to go in and talk to the client about their needs, their wants, their concerns, and absolutely really stay away from the product conversation and really position that on the tail end. So I was able to take this program, and looking back, I actually chuckled because I really didn't know a lot about insurance or investments or anything like that, but I knew how to answer all of the clients' what-if questions using this tool. And I was able in my first year in the industry to earn over $150,000 in commissions doing that. And I was working with school teachers, so my average rollover was like $50,000, but I'd combine that with a life sale, and it worked out for me. Now, Steve was a trader on Wall Street for a ton of years, and he and I were fortunate enough to meet while he was working with another FMO, and we decided to team up, purchase this software from Chuck Craven's wife, and we formed Thomas Gold Solutions, and we just still really strive to develop platforms that streamline your processes and really make your life easier. Okay, and we'll just give you a feel for that today. Steve, anything else to add there? Looks like your screen we're now seeing, so we should be good to go.
Yeah, let's start off with a question, right? And really, it's this. Why does it have to be so complicated? Why? It's really not. Okay, Brooke and I, as she said, we do what you guys do, but we're also able to write the software to help us and help you. Why does it have to be so complicated? It really, really isn't. So what we strive to do with this Retirement Analyzer program is make it simple. Now, people can talk simple and keep it simple, stupid, and all this stuff, but do they really do it? What you're going to find here now, okay, and I'm glad you're on, you'll take a look at this software, and you tell me if it makes logical sense as we step from one tab to the next. Okay, because what Brooke and I spend a lot of time doing, we don't do too much personal production anymore because this software, we're constantly updating it. It's a full-time job. We have over almost 4,100 users of the software. And we actually have people in our company that we pay to be the public. Okay, I know that sounds weird, but they have to just look at the software and tell us if it makes sense to them. Why is that good? Because we want to know what the clients think of it. We want to know what you guys think of it. Do people get it? And I got to tell you, I think they do. So what we'll do is we'll spend 25 minutes running through a file, right? You guys ask as many questions as you want, and we'll go through and we'll answer them. But I'll tell you, I think you'll find that it makes logical sense step by step as we jump into this. Brooke, you want to talk training first?
Yeah, guys, and I'll just zoom through this very quickly, but I want you to understand all of the different training platforms that we have available to you. Now, because of your affiliation with IAMS, you get these free of charge, okay? We have quick clips. You'll find little play buttons there throughout every header of the application, and they're quick 3 to 5 minute recordings, very specific to that section. We also have Thomas Gold Talk, and this is a space where you can, again, write in the software, ask questions, and get them answered 24 hours a day. We have live training here every day from 10 to 11 a.m. Central. Monday through Thursday, we call it our Power Hour. Those are a little bit more basic sessions. And then on Fridays, we have our Success in 60. This tends to be a little more advanced. So jump in that class tomorrow if you can. Now, we have a power line that's also open from 8 to 5 Central every single day. Guys, the power line, yes, they can help you with tech stuff, but guess what? Every person that sits on that power line has their insurance license. So they can help you with, here's what you'd print out, that sort of thing as well. Last but not least, we have our virtual track. We do hold these quarterly. We're actually halfway through our January session, so you can hop into the April session if you would like to. And there is a charge of $299 for this class, but it's roll your sleeves up appointment training. And the thing I think is so awesome about this is you pay $299 one time and you're grandfathered in. You can step back in on any session to get a refresher. And you should be really, after that class is done, very knowledgeable about Retirement Analyzer. You should be able to make it, jump and jive and do all of the fancy things. Steve, anything to add there?
Oh, that's perfect. So let's go to our printout now. And the reason why we're telling you about our support platforms, we're asking you guys to make a commitment to us of time, okay? And we will be there to hold your hand for as long as you need. All right? And this is different when you make a big decision here. You got this DOL fiduciary rule coming up. I don't know if it's April 10th of this year or not. It could be pushed back. It might even be withdrawn. Who knows? Okay? But you got to make a decision. And if you're not using a software program right now, you have to seriously think about using one. You really do. Right? So we're going to make it as simple as possible for you. And that's why we throw the support and training up there right then in the beginning. All right? Now, here's the printout. And then we're going to jump into the software. But look at this and tell me if this is simple enough. We look at a client's current situation right here. Now, a lot of times what they'll have is they'll have a red line, meaning that they've run out of retirement funds to draw from to support their lifestyle in retirement. Okay? So a lot of times the first scenario will show a red line. They're out of money. The retirement plan doesn't work. Okay? What we'll do then is we'll actually make some suggestions, non-product, but just some suggestions on how to help them make their situation look a little bit better. Okay? That's number two. That's DOL fiduciary stuff, right? We want to do that, right? And then once we alleviate the red line through some changes in behavior, suggestions on how to change some things around a little bit, maybe they're spending too much, maybe they have some grandiose dream of retiring way too early, right? We'll take care of that here, and we'll show them what they can do. Then we try to enhance what they can do, right, to make this work with a product. And that's what we're doing. So a lot of times what you'll see is you'll see not a really good situation here first, so, right, a better situation second, and the best situation third as the product does its job. Now, I don't know how much more simple you can get than that. And that's on one page. If you want detail, we have detail. But you'll find a lot of the Retirement Analyzer is displayed like this. Okay? Attention span of a gnat. That's the society we're in right now, right? They can't concentrate on more than one thing for 10 or 15 seconds, and their mind goes somewhere else. So we got to be able to get in there, show them what's going on, and help them make some decisions. That's the way the software is written. Brooke, anything else on that one?
No, I don't think so. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now, guys, really quickly, when you first create an account, and again, contact IAMS. If you are actually giving them business, they will foot the bill for you as far as the software subscription is concerned. So again, contact them for details on that. When you initially create an account, right out of the gate, you're going to be asked if you have a securities license. Basically, we have a Pro version that is for insurance licensed only. We also have a Pro Plus that has a FINRA letter on it. Today, what we are reviewing is the Pro Plus version. Okay? A couple of key things. I mentioned Thomas Gold Talk in the support section. Right here on our News and Talk page, you can see right there is where you can type in and ask questions. Very, very helpful area. Let's also step quickly to our locker, and I want to point out a few things here that I think are beneficial as well. So top toolbar, we'll click on locker. You can see 3 different sections here, so training materials and support. For those of you just getting started, click on training and click on this self-study. Walk through. There's different modules. There's little quizzes that you take, videos that you watch. It breaks down every section of the software, and I do think this is, again, very beneficial for you. A couple of other things here. If we go to our materials, the appointment form. So Steve and I really take everything that we use in our appointment process and put it here for you. So we're not expecting you to reinvent the wheel. If you're looking for maybe a client starter pack, okay, that's a document we send out 2 to 3 weeks in advance. It lets the client know everything they need to have ready for our first appointment. We have fact finders, okay? We have budget worksheets. We've got all sorts of stuff in here. So check that out. Again, all of these are in templates that you can customize them, make them your own, and be ready to go very quickly. All right, Steve, let's hop into our sample file for today, and we'll try to keep this short and sweet, guys. And again, this is just a vanilla type of file. Now, what I want you to understand is we have 3 input tabs, so all of your data entry is happening on tabs 1 through 3. We have 3 output tabs, so 4 through 6, and that's really our analysis section. And then we have our solutions section, which is 7 through 9. And 7 through 9 is where we're really going to start shooting bullets at the plan, stress testing it. Okay? So let's look at the data entry piece. And again, I'm going to roll through this quickly. Don't panic. We have all sorts of training that you can access if you've got additional questions. So tab 1 is where we're looking at employment income. We want to know if they're working. We want to grab details about that. We also want to know when they want to retire. Now, a lot of people want to know, is this geared for people nearing retirement? Yes, it is, but it's also geared for people that are 20 and 30 trying to figure out how to get to retirement, or people that are already retired. Steve and I use this with every single client that walks through the door. Center section here is for Social Security. You can show basic benefits like what we have here, or you can show file and suspend or any of those advanced strategies. It's very, very flexible. Our bottom section here, pension benefits can be accounted for. We can look at everything from the gross monthly benefit all the way to survivor options. Let's step to tab 2 now. Tab 2 is where we're going to build in retirement assets. So our top section here, what we're looking for is really anything that they have set aside for those retirement years that they're planning to withdraw from. We account for all different sorts of taxation, all sorts of investment vehicles. Okay, it's all here. You can see those on the drop down. Now, risk-wise, we keep it really simple in our program. We want to know, is the money low risk or is it at risk? Okay, not Monte Carlos, not anything fancy. It's really the keep it simple method here in the allocation department. Now, values you can see, contributions, these are the quick adds, the basics that we need to know in order to make the software work. Now, for those of you that are more detail-oriented, you are able to click on this plus info button. And guys, here's where you can grab cost basis, you can grab employer contributions, you can build out maybe future changes to contributions, beneficiary info, lots of additional goods right here under the plus info. All right, let's close out of here. Additional assets, that's where you can account for home values, things of that sort. Those assets are not intended to be withdrawn from. Okay, and then we have a SPIA and an income benefit annuity section. We'll show you more about that here in a minute. Now down below we have a risk area, and what we're doing is on the left-hand side, we're really breaking down their current allocation, and that is dialed in for you based on what you entered in the top section. Now the right-hand side, we're wanting to know, Mr. and Mrs. Client, what is your really desired allocation? What's your goal here? Okay, we've got questionnaires to help you dial in this percentage. In this example, though, you can see it's a 50-50. Now let's take a look really quick. If we step back to our top section, and I just want to assume a quick product move here. Okay, so we're trying to get more conservative. Let's look at moving the Gabelli funds from at-risk to low-risk. $200,000, you pick the product, call IMS for your good product recommendation. So we scroll back down and take a look at that. We've pretty much met their overall goal just by moving that one fund. We'll show you more sales opportunities here in just a minute. Let's scroll back to the top, set it to our original example, and keep moving. One other thing I want to point out, bottom right-hand corner, we have this question, minimum retirement funds. I know that might sound like a funny question, but I tell you what, that opens the door to really some key conversation about maybe wealth transfer, or are they worried about their checking account dropping below a certain amount? I have one client in particular. If her checking account went below $60,000, she was panicked. I need to know that as her advisor. So grab that info. That will create a yellow line on tab 6 of our software. Let's move now to tab 3. And on tab 3 is where we tackle expenses. Now, you can be as basic with the expenses as you want to be. If you want to pop in there a clump number of, say, $7,700, by all means, you can do that. What Steve and I will strongly encourage you to do, however, is the budget. And I think when you look at the DOL specifically, this budget is going to be more key than ever. You have to give sound recommendations. And I strongly feel that without knowing the budget, you really can't do it. And here's why. You need to know if they have a mortgage. Okay, so in this example, $2,235 of their $7,700 they're spending each month is going to the mortgage. And that is not affected by inflation, and that expense is going away in 2035. That right there can make a client either run out of money or have plenty of money in retirement. Again, simple to build in, you just got to take the time to do it. You can see here, this budget, in my opinion, is one of the best things we have in the software. It allows you to show expenses. It allows you to run an inflation rate per expense. So mortgages you can do at 0. Health insurance, maybe it's 5 or 6%. Okay, you can get really specific with it. So check this out. Let's go ahead and close this back up. And it's completely customizable, guys. You can delete, drag, rename, whatever you need to do. We have a liabilities section. That's where you can show, mortgage, outstanding balances, things like that. And then bottom, future cash flows. This is where you can show dream vacations. I always laugh and tell clients, let's go shopping, or what do you want to do in retirement? You can build it all out right there. So at this point, we're done with data entry. Let's hop now to tab 6, and this is where the rubber meets the road. So we're taking all of that data on 1 through 3 and consolidating it down into one snapshot. Now, in this example, you can see a yellow line appearing in 45. That's our caution light. That's the value I spoke about back on tab 2. And then we have a red line in 46, where the client's retirement funds are completely exhausted. So this is not an ideal situation, obviously. 86 is later in life, but I tell you what, people are living longer than ever before. So we want, ideally, that red line to be pushed off the page. So this is step 1 in the 3-step sales process. Show them their current situation. Now, Steve is going to show you how to transition into step 2, which is really that phase of creating balance and showing them how to maintain their lifestyle. Because you're not doing that through product. You're doing that through working longer, spending less, those sorts of adjustments. So, Steve, I'll turn it to you.
Okay. Guys, you remember that PowerPoint slide I showed you with the 3-step sales process? Well, here's what we're going to do. We have it printed out for you now. So here, this is exactly what is in the software right now. And then watch how I'm going to show you how we do this. Watch. So basically, this is a carbon copy. It's printed out already for you. This is how the software works. And it might sound complicated now, but it's really not. We go to this reports and print page here. And what this shows you is any scenario you want to create, you can. And you can compare them by moving up and down. You can compare them vertically. So let me explain what I'm talking about. All right. What I did was in this webinar samples made a copy of the current scenario. Okay. I'm going to show you what I have to do this one to get here, and then show you what I have to do this one again to get to the bottom. I'm going to take you through the whole process. All right. But you could have 20 different scenarios. You could try 20 different things if you want. Keep them on this side. If you decide to use them in your sales presentation, just drag them over. That's all you have to do. Just drag them over. Okay. And then you can drag them back. So you're able to drag the scenarios into the presentation. You're able to note the scenarios, okay? Say the description, whatever you want. Tell the story, all right? A lot of times it can be told in 3 charts. It could take 6 or 8. It might take 2. But how simple is that? This is what you look like when we first sat down. We're going to make some changes and you look like this. We're going to add a product and you look like this. What do you want to do? Okay, now you can detail the product, right? We're going to go into, we'll talk a little bit about that at the end, but let me show you the process first. Ready? Here we go. So I'm going to jump back into, these two are the same. I'm going to jump back into the sample we have, and let's become financial advisors for a second. Let's put our hats on, okay? Income, all right? I'm going to look at this now. These guys have a red line. They're running out of money, right? Let's take a look again. They're out of money at 86 and 85. They might very well live past that. All right, so let's look at the software. What I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest that they work 3 years longer, okay? Now, it shows the new updated retirement ages as you tab out of the cell, 66 and 65. If you're living to 84, all right, 19 years in retirement, that's a long time, all right? So we encourage our clients to work as long as they can so their brains don't go to mush, right? They keep active. All right, so I pushed them out 3 years. And because we did that 66 and 65 now, we're going to adjust their Social Security benefits, right? So I'm going to go into our Social Security calculator, and I'm not going to go too much into this, but if you put in one benefit, the FRA, this calculator will calculate every benefit at every age. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push them out to 70 because I know if they get this at FRA, they get this at 70. We just know it, all right? The formulas are built into the software, okay? So what I'm going to do, watch this. I'm just going to select age 70 instead of 65. Now, if I click Save Both and Add to the Analysis, when I come out in tab number 1 again, I have my new 70 benefits here, see? So what did we do so far? Pushed them back 3 years, and because of that, pushed the Social Security out to age 70. Okay, we're trying things here. Can't guarantee it's going to be better, but let's see. Last but not least, we're big Roth people. We can't stand what taxes might look like 10, 15 years from now. It scares us, right? So we're going to have these guys, because we did such a great job on the budget, contribute the max to Roths while they're working, W-2 income. Okay? $541 times 12 is $6,500 basically, a little rounding. Okay, $6,500 a year, just while they're working. And that's it. Now, if you forget what we did, just give me a second, we'll recap. But I'm going to go back to the retirement page now, and I want to see if the red line disappeared. And it looks like it's gone. Okay? It looks like it's gone. There's no red line. All right? Now let's take a look at what happened. Watch this. If I go back here, this is what I did. This is what it looked like before I made the changes. Here are the 3 changes. I mean, does it get any more simple than this? You know what it comes down to? Your documentation of the notes. How simple do you write? Do they get what you're saying? Retire 3 years later. Not too hard to get that one, right? Begin Social Security at 70 instead of 65, and then contribute $6,500 annually to Roth accounts. Now, I could put while they're working if I wanted here, right? And that's it. But look at the difference, though. Okay, are you changing behavior? Sure, you are. Is there any product in here? Not at all. Now, a lot of times you can't sell product to alleviate a red line. Now, you can sometimes, but sometimes it gets worse. If people go in and try to sell life insurance here, it's going to make it worse, right? They have to pay for it. The red line is going to start moving up this way. So let's settle down, alleviate the red lines, take our time with the clients, give them some really good advice, and then we can use the products to enhance. That's what we want to do here. There's no doubt in my mind, any kind of regulation from the Department of Labor, if you tell them you did this, you did this initial look, and you sat down and made some suggestions, and the clients sign off on it, and you show them a product to enhance, I think you're good. We are, and we'll show you right at the end of this webinar how we're going to archive everything for you so you have it to go back to at some point in the future if you need it. Okay? But let's take our third step now. So you actually alleviated the red line. Watch this. Now here's a product. This is where you call IMS. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the assets page. And let's select that product that Brooke was talking about, the $200,000 mutual fund. Okay? Call IMS. They'll get you an illustration on it. We'll click plus information. And what we're going to do, right, is we're going to actually turn this one into a guaranteed income benefit annuity right here. Okay? Let's take a look at where we get this from. Let's say I'm send you this illustration. $200,000, 10-year deferral, income in year 11, $20,361. This is guaranteed, this one. Okay? No uncertainty here. So if I take $20,361 and divide it by 12, I get $1,697, and I'll tell you why I did that. All right, so watch this. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have it come in monthly because we think monthly shows better, and it really does. It shows better because it helps you leave money in investment accounts because this positive cash flow that's coming in to pay expenses, it's going to intercept negative cash flow and, again, help you leave money in those investments and then let it grow and let them grow. Okay? So we're going to start at 10 years from now. Now, we could put an increase in if we want, but we won't. Let's just leave it flat. Let's go worst case. All right? And we can run it for life, or we can have an end date if we want. We're just going to let this go, okay? So the increase can run forever, or it can run for a certain period of time also. There's other products that do that. But we're going to go real simple here, okay? Now let me click Save and Close and watch what happens here. What happened here is that the asset is no longer in the retirement assets. Where it is in the income benefit annuities right here. Okay? It's right here. And what happened to your pie charts? Just like Brooke showed you in the beginning. Okay, so the asset went from a mutual fund that had some downside to an index annuity that's going to go into payment that doesn't have downside. Okay, so you solve the pie chart problem. All you got left to do now is to solve the numbers problem, right? And we had to beat about 100,000, right? 100,011. And look what we have with the money coming in as a guaranteed income benefit. Now you're basically filling the gap, and you can see the cash flows here. Okay? You see the taxable inflow of $1697. Now we have all kinds of other things coming in here, and we'll break out the tax between, you know, taxable and non-taxable. This was a non-qualified account. So we take, and what we do is we actually return the taxable portion first and the non-taxable portion second. Software does all this for you. We spend so much time on tax in this program, not going to bore you with it. But that's what we do. But the whole key is this. Watch this. Let's get back to simple again. We're on one page, and this is what you're showing a client. $200,000 from mutual funds, the GIB annuity, deferred 10 years, $1697, January 2027, start. How does that look to you? If you happen to reach the ripe old age of 101 and 100. And that's it right there. That's it. You get back to the software, I want to tell you guys something. You can do anything with this software, all right? The thing is, you just need to know how to do anything. You want taxation for a certain amount of years or whatever. You want tax brackets, tax rates. They're hidden right down in here, see? They're here, okay? But I think what the strategy we have is if you try to blow people away with detail in this world that we're in today, nobody's going to look at anything. They're just going to shut down. So anything you need, you can find. All right, and we can show you where to look for it, but we've actually built them strategically, you know, in strategic spots around the software. But you can look at, you know, tax rates, tax brackets every year, state tax rate. We do provisional income, long-term capital gains. It's all in here. You want provisional income every year? You can have it. Watch this. How much of your Social Security is taxed? On tab number 4, we can look right here, and you can just do a mouse over on the chart, and it's going to tell you exactly what's going on provisional income-wise every year. Right? So I hope you agree after watching, you know, just an index annuity sale. You could do managed money, you could do life insurance, anything, that it's simple. It's the way people think, and I think that's what really kind of differentiates us out there. Brooke, you want to talk a little bit about some DOL fiduciary stuff in the archive and things like that? I do have a view up here if you want to address that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. We have a lot of integrations coming, again, kind of in response to this DOL stuff. So right now we have the Redtail integration done. If you're interested in that, give us a call and we can get you set up. We also have Salesforce coming shortly. Riskalyze will be something that we integrate here with in the very near future as well. Annuity Rate Watch, Morningstar, DocuSign. So we've got a lot of really good stuff coming and upgrades to the program. We also have an archive. If we want to click on this really quickly, and again, this is not launched yet, but we have an archive section where you are going to be able to store all sorts of information right within Retirement Analyzer. So notes about the client, goals, maybe their statements. So Steve and I found ourselves constantly making file folders on our computer for, you know, different statements and things like that. So we thought, why not give you the ability to build it all right into their profile in RA. So again, PDFs, all sorts of stuff you'll be able to load in here. Different scenarios. So as you know, as the years go on, you're going to build out a lot of scenarios. You'll be able to archive them and really put them in this storage space and clean out your main Retirement Analyzer. Printouts, email, trash. You can see just a lot of different things and enhancements that we have coming. Do you have anything else you want to add there?
I just want to, I mean, you're going to be able to actually take your PDFs from your desktop and just drag them right into the statement section, okay? You'll be able to do that, all right? So you have a PDF, the illustration. drag it into the statement section. Maybe we'll have an illustration section for you, okay? Again, you'll be able to save all the scenarios, just like Brooke said. Anything you print out and leave with the client that's signed, pop it right here. It could be DocuSigned, okay? What you'll find yourself doing, guys, is really not leaving the program too much because it's all here. And the one other thing I just want to say before we give it back to Marcus is this. And let me go to a different, here we go. I want to go back to this Thomas Gold talk, which we're having some good luck with. People are really starting to post here. Again, we have 4,100 users. You want to become part of a community of advisors that actually sort of share notes and work together a little bit, right? And post articles like Mike C. from North Carolina here, okay? We have people doing that. You know, somebody reads a nice article, wants to pass it on to fellow retirement analyzer users, they do that. So what we're doing is we're actually taking everybody that feels, you know, everybody's had this feeling that you're out on an island at some point and trying to bring everybody together. There's enough business out there for all of us. All right, so let's work on it. But you'll become part of the retirement analyzer community. I suggest, and maybe Brooke or Marcus will talk about this 30-day trial. You know what? When you sign up for a trial on purpose, you're going to get everything. It's not just one of those trials where you just get a little bit and piece of what's going on. You'll get all the support. You can come into the power hours, the Success in 60s, whatever you want. We want you to get a good feel as to what you might be buying into here. But I think it's something good, and it's a decision you have to make within the next 3 or 4 months, I think.
All right, guys, if you have any questions, do click on the question mark or raise your hand and let us know. Otherwise, Marcus, I think we'll turn it back to you.
I do appreciate that. I appreciate that, Brooke and Steve. You can leave your screen up there, Steve, if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and open up the question box here on the screen. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and type them in. I appreciate all the information you guys covered today. I am also going to open up a poll or launch a question here. If you'd like more information on the retirement analyzer, if you would, go ahead and click yes or no. I'll follow up with you, like I said, right after the webinar this morning, and get that information to you. Like Steve said, you know, we do offer the 30-day free trial. It is available, full access to the website, the software, so you get a nice feel for that. I'm sure you are wondering what the overall cost is in accessing it through insurance agency marketing. Steve and Brooke were generous to mention that we do pick up the cost for that if you are contracted and writing through insurance agency marketing services. And what we like to do is get you to get contracted through us on a couple of our core carriers and write at least $200,000 on a quarterly basis. And you do have full access to that software. We help you grow your book of business. And then in the example today, like Steve had covered, he did just cover a $200,000 case, and that's just really one case, or $100,000 cases on a quarterly basis. So really not that much from that standpoint. So you, Steve or Brooke, have anything else you'd like to cover this morning before we go? I'm not getting any questions out there. I think you guys pretty much covered everything.
No, thanks for your time, though. Appreciate it, though. If there's any questions, just let us know, you know.
Okay, I will certainly do that. I certainly do appreciate you guys taking time this morning, and I look forward to following up with each and every one of you this morning, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.